Linux Lite 7.8 is here. A conservative, lightweight distro that just modernized a dozen core tools and keeps compatibility with very old hardware. If you want a clean, Windows-friendly Linux that's still up to date, this one deserves a look. Hi, I'm Ask Linux host. Today we're unpacking Linux Lite 7.8. What's new, why the team rewrote so many apps, what kernel and desktop it ships with, and whether it's a smart pick for older PCs or newcomers. I'll show where to download it, what to expect out of the box, and my recommendations for installing or upgrading. What this release is. Linux Lite 7.8 is built on Ubuntu 24.04.3 LTS and ships with an upstream Linux 6.8 kernel by default. It uses the lightweight Xfce 4.18 desktop and continues Linux Lite's focus on simplicity and a Windows-friendly workflow. Big headline: GTK4 plus Python rewrites. The most substantial change in 7.8 is a concerted move to modernize the distro's own tools. The team rewrote a large set of in-house utilities using Python and GTK4. That includes Lite Welcome, Lite Software, Lite Updates, Lite Desktop, Lite User Manager, and several others, about a dozen apps in total. The goal is a more consistent UI, easier maintenance, and a path to future improvements. Lite Software. More apps available. Lite Software, the curated app installer Linux Lite ships with, received a big update and now includes over 20 popular applications ready to install from day one, such as Darktable, BleachBit, KDE Connect, Kdenlive, and Stacer. That makes setup easier for new users who want common desktop apps without hunting PPAs. Kernel options and hardware support. The ISO uses Kernel 6.8 for broad compatibility, but Linux Lite provides newer kernels in its repositories. Users can install more recent kernels, including the 6.18 LTS series, if they need support for very new hardware. This gives a path for older machines to stay stable while allowing those with modern devices to move to newer kernels. Default apps and core stack. Out of the box, you get a conservative selection of apps and versions chosen for stability. Xfce 4.18, Chromium/Google Chrome builds, Thunderbird ESR for Mail, LibreOffice, VLC, and GIMP, among others. A familiar, functional desktop for everyday tasks. Who should install it? Linux Lite 7.8 is ideal for users migrating from Windows who want a gentle transition, hobbyists reviving older hardware, and anyone who wants an LTS-based, easy-to-manage desktop. If you need cutting-edge desktop effects or a bleeding-edge distribution, this is not the target audience. Upgrade versus clean install advice. If you're already on Linux Lite 7.x, a normal update path should be safe. But because so many core utilities were rewritten, I recommend testing in a VM or making a full backup before upgrading production systems. New users should download the live ISO and try the live session first. The official download page and release notes have the ISO and checksums. Wrap. Verdict. Linux Lite 7.8 is a pragmatic update, modernizing the UI stack while keeping the distro lightweight and conservative. If your priority is stability and ease of use on older or modest hardware, it's a very compelling choice.
Try the live image, back up before upgrading, and consider installing a newer kernel only if you need hardware support. If you found this useful, like and subscribe for more distro reviews and quick Linux guides. Drop questions or what you want me to test next in the comments. And if you want, I'll do a full walkthrough showing the GTK4 apps in detail.